You've seen culture, but not like this. From dancing with the dead to marrying trees, these 10 traditions are so wild you'll question reality. Hey explorers, welcome back to the Top 10 Facts Club, where the world is our playground and curiosity is our passport. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because today we're diving into the top 10 most unique cultural traditions from around the globe. Tradition 1, Spain's legendary food fight. What starts with 100 tons of tomatoes ends in pure chaos. Held every August in the small town of Buñol, Spain, La Tomatina is one of the world's messiest and most joyful festivals. Tens of thousands of participants hurl overripe tomatoes at each other in a chaotic food fight that paints the streets red. The tradition began in 1945 when a local food fight during a parade spiraled into an annual spectacle. Before the tomato tossing begins, trucks dump more than 100 metric tons of squashed tomatoes into the streets. Participants must squish them before throwing to prevent injury. But it's not just about fun. The entire town comes together to clean the streets afterward, often using fire hoses. La Tomatina is now internationally recognized, drawing tourists and photographers from around the world. For one day, Buñol becomes the epicenter of culinary chaos. The town even sets strict rules to keep it safe, like wearing old clothes, avoiding glasses, and never ripping someone's shirt. It's a celebration of joy, chaos, and community unlike any other. One day a year, Spain proves that food fights can be world famous. Tradition 2, the holiday that welcomes the dead skulls, marigolds, and feasts for the deceased. This is how Mexico celebrates life after death. Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is far from a somber occasion. This vibrant Mexican holiday honors deceased loved ones with joy, music, and color. Held from October 31st to November 2nd, families create ofrendas, altars adorned with marigolds, candles, sugar skulls, and the favorite foods of the departed. People dress as skeletons, paint their faces, and gather in cemeteries to share stories, meals, and music with the spirits. It's a blend of indigenous Aztec rituals and Catholic traditions, emphasizing that death is not an end, but a continuation of life's cycle. The UNESCO-recognized holiday has gained global popularity, inspiring festivals and parades in the US and beyond. The festival includes symbolic elements like pan de muerto, bread of the dead, papal picado, decorative cut paper, and copal incense, all with spiritual meaning. Families believe the spirits return during this time to enjoy the offerings and reunite with their loved ones. It's a powerful, beautiful way to turn grief into gratitude. It's not about mourning, it's about remembering, rejoicing, and reconnecting. Tradition 3, Japan's wildest festival. Yes, that's what you think it is. What do giant pink phalluses, demons, and candy have in common? This one-day festival, known as the Festival of the Steel Phallus. This annual celebration in Kawasaki, Japan, is dedicated to fertility and sexual health. Originating in the 1600s, it centers around phallic-shaped icons, parades, and even candies. Rooted in Shinto beliefs, the festival honors a legend about a sharp-toothed demon hiding inside a woman's vagina, who was eventually defeated by a blacksmith-forged steel phallus. Today, Kanamara Matsuri promotes awareness of reproductive health and safe sex, raising funds for HIV research. Tourists and locals alike enjoy the lively, irreverent atmosphere. While shocking to outsiders, the festival reflects Japan's more open attitude towards sexuality in certain contexts. Gigantic pink and black phallus statues are paraded through the streets, while visitors can purchase souvenirs ranging from candles to lollipops. Beyond the laughs, the event is deeply symbolic, representing strength, protection, and life-giving energy. It's both playful and purposeful, laughter, legend, and life force, all packed into one unforgettable parade. Tradition 4, the festival. where devils leap over babies. Yes, you read that right. Grown men jumping over newborns for blessings. In Castrillo de Murcia, Spain, the El Colacho festival features men dressed as devils, literally jumping over rows of infants. The babies born in the previous year are laid on mattresses as men leap over them to cleanse them of sin and protect them from evil spirits. The tradition dates back to 1620 and combines Christian and pagan rituals. Though it may look alarming, the babies are never harmed, and the event is performed under careful supervision. The El Colacho is a rare example of spiritual cleansing enacted through daring physical performance. The men who jump, known as El Colacho, wear red and yellow suits and carry whips or castanets to ward off evil. Locals believe that this leap symbolizes the transition from innocence to protection, a rite of passage. It's intense, it's controversial, and it's utterly unique. It may seem shocking, but for this Spanish town, it's tradition, not trouble. Tradition 5. The painful way. This tribe mourns death. Some cry when grieving, others cut off their fingers. The Dani people of Papua, Indonesia, once practiced a form of grief expression that involved cutting off segments of fingers when a loved one died. The ritual, primarily performed by women, symbolized the pain of loss and served as a physical reminder of mourning. Though now officially banned, elders with shortened fingers still bear the marks of this tradition. The practice also involved smearing ash and clay on the face and body. It's a striking reminder of how differently cultures process emotions like grief through physical transformation. Each finger segment lost represents a deep emotional wound. The act was performed with sharp tools, followed by ritual cleansing to prevent infection. While this might seem extreme, it reflects the tribe's belief that emotional pain should be mirrored physically to truly honor the departed. In this tribe, grief leaves a mark, literally. Tradition 6. The people who live with their dead. Imagine living with your mummified grandmother for years. Among the Torajan people, funerals aren't immediate. They're delayed for weeks, months, or even years to allow families time to save for elaborate ceremonies. During this period, the deceased are embalmed and treated as though still alive, offered food, dressed, and spoken to daily. The funeral itself is a days-long affair involving animal sacrifices, feasts, and dancing. Even after burial, Torajans often exhume the bodies every few years to clean and redress them in a ritual called Mainin. This tradition reflects deep respect for ancestors and an ongoing relationship between the living and the dead. Homes may house mummified relatives for years, symbolizing the soul's gradual journey. These rituals blur the line between life and death, reinforcing familial bonds and the belief that death is merely another phase of existence. To them, death isn't goodbye, it's just the beginning of something sacred. Tradition 7. The festival that worships dogs. Garlands, tikas, feasts for street dogs. This might be the kindest tradition on earth. Tihar, also known as Deepawali, is Nepal's 5-day festival of lights. What makes it unique is the day dedicated to honoring animals. On separate days, crows, dogs, cows, and oxen are worshipped for their roles in daily life. Dogs, for example, are garlanded with flowers, given special food, and marked with a red tika on their foreheads. Cows are revered as sacred symbols of prosperity. The festival reflects Hindu beliefs about interconnectedness among all beings and highlights the special bond between humans and animals. Even street dogs receive love and offerings, reflecting Nepal's cultural compassion. Each animal is honored for its spiritual and practical contributions. The sight of glowing lamps and decorated animals is both heartwarming and spiritually uplifting. In Nepal, even a stray is treated like royalty for at least one magical day. Tradition 8. The world's most dangerous cheese chase, 9 pounds of cheese, 1 killer hill, 0 breaks. Every spring, daring participants gather in Gloucestershire, England, to chase a 9-pound wheel of cheese down a steep hill. What starts as a tumble ends in chaotic, injury-prone fun. Though it looks like a modern stunt, this tradition dates back to at least the 15th century. Despite its dangers, the event draws international competitors, and the winner gets to keep the cheese. It's believed to have roots in fertility rites or land rights rituals. Today, it embodies the quirky, eccentric spirit of rural English traditions. The hill is so steep that people rarely run. They fall, roll, and slide their way to the bottom. Paramedics are always on standby. For locals, it's a badge of honor. For visitors, a jaw-dropping spectacle of British boldness. In England, glory isn't just about winning, it's about rolling with style. Tradition 9. Why some Indians marry trees first. It's not a myth. Some people really tie the knot with trees. In parts of India, particularly in the states of Madhya Pradesh and Bihar, people born under certain astrological conditions are believed to be cursed in marriage. To remove the curse, they symbolically marry a tree, usually a banana or peepal tree, before marrying a human partner. Once the ritual is completed, the tree is cut down, signifying the end of the bad omen. While controversial, the practice blends ancient astrology with social belief. Even celebrities like Aishwarya Rai have reportedly undergone tree marriage to ward off planetary afflictions. This ritual, known as Kumbh Viva, is guided by astrologers and deeply rooted in Vedic traditions. The belief is that marrying the tree absorbs the negative effects destined for the spouse, allowing for a harmonious human marriage to follow. Once the curse is gone, so is the tree, and real marriage can begin. Tradition 10. The beautiful festival that celebrates impermanence. Petals fall, picnics bloom. For Japan, fleeting beauty is worth celebrating. Hanami, meaning flower viewing, is a centuries-old tradition in Japan that celebrates the fleeting beauty of cherry blossoms. Families, friends, and co-workers gather under blooming sakura trees to picnic, sing, and appreciate the moment. Rooted in Buddhist ideas of impermanence, Hanami encourages mindfulness and connection to nature. The tradition has become a national symbol of renewal and is widely practiced from Tokyo to the countryside. It has even spread globally, with cherry blossom festivals held in cities like Washington, D.C. Hanami is more than a picnic. It's a cultural event that includes seasonal foods, poetry readings, and night viewings called Yozakura. It reflects a collective pause in the hustle of life to appreciate something fleeting yet beautiful. Hanami reminds us, even brief beauty is worth pausing for. From shocking to soulful, these 10 traditions prove that culture isn't just learned, it's lived. Which one blew your mind? Let us know in the comments. And if your culture has a unique custom we didn't mention, we'd love to hear about it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Top 10 Facts Club, and ring the bell so you never miss an adventure into the unexpected. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring. The world is full of wonders.